Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Aksa Bhatt from the University of Engineering and Technology, Taxila. I am from the Department of Biomedical Engineering Technology and I am affiliated with the research group Syndicate of Embedded and Electronic Design SEED. Today I am going to present my research work on characterization of term and preterm deliveries using electrohysterogram signatures. The contents which I am going to discuss in my presentation are introduction, motivation, literature review, proposed method and results. Firstly, I'll go towards the introduction of my topic. The introduction firstly include what the preterm births are. Preterm birth is all the birth before the 37th week of gestation. They are considered premature. The preterm birth occurs in 11% of all pregnancies and it is responsible for majority of the neonatal deaths. Term. It is the normal gestation period which is considered 38 weeks or 266 days. Post-term. It is the birth after the pregnancy duration of 42 weeks. The table clearly distinguishes between the four classes, that is the early term, late term, full term and post-term along with their gestation periods. Secondly comes what is electrohysterography or EHG. It is the signal which is recorded non-invasively by the electrodes which are placed on the abdominal surface of pregnant women. Surface recording of the uterine myoelectrical activity has actually emerged as a better uterine dynamics monitoring technique than the traditional surface pressure recordings, and it provides information on the condition of uterine muscle in different obstetrical scenarios with specific emphasis on predicting the preterm deliveries. Secondly comes the motivation. What was the motivation behind our research? The aim was an approximated 15 million babies born every year are preterm. Preterm birth is a direct cause of 35% of all newborn deaths. Preterm birth is the chief cause for the death in children below 5 years of age. Preterm birth indirectly causes about 27% of the neonatal deaths. Previous work before our project was that it took a little longer. Thirdly comes the literature review. In the literature review, I am going to discuss how the previous works were done in past year, which was also related to our project. In 2019, the paper used wavelet-based nonlinear features, extreme learning machine and support vector machine as a classifier and obtained an accuracy of 90%. In 2018, the researchers used recurrence quantification analysis, that is RQA, principal component analysis, that is PCA, and SVM, that is support vector machine, and obtained an accuracy of 83.32%. In 2017, the researchers decomposed their EHG signals by DWT, that is discrete wavelet transform, wavelet energy vector, that is WEV, relative wavelet energy, that is RWE, and SVM, that is the support vector machine, and obtained an accuracy of 86.67%. In 2017, another paper was published which used wavelet based features and receiver operating characteristic analysis, that is the ROC analysis, and obtained an accuracy of 73.86%. In 2017, in the paper, researchers used HHT, that is Hilbert tank transform, statistical features, and SVM as a classifier, and obtained an accuracy of 95.7%. In 2015, autoregressive mean average was used, morphological features were extracted, and support vector machine was used as a classifier to obtain an accuracy of 89%. Proposed methodology. What was the proposed method? Firstly, the data was acquired, that is the data acquisition, by acquiring the EHG signals. Then comes the pre-processing. In pre-processing, we applied a technique called as empirical mode decomposition, that is EMD, which produced different IMFs, out of which IMF 1 was extracted and the rest were discarded as noise. Feature extraction, in which Lyapunov exponent, median frequency, Shannon energy, and log energy were extracted. Then comes classification. SVM, support vector machine, was used as a classifier which clearly distinguished between our two classes, term and the preterm. Proposed methodology. The detailed proposed methodology actually consists of number 1, data acquisition, number 2, pre-processing and segmentation, number 3, feature extraction, number 4, classification. Firstly, we'll go towards the data acquisition, how the data was acquired. The data set consisted of term and preterm uterine electromyograms which were taken from the preterm EHG database, and it consisted of 262 term and 38 preterms. 20 Hz sampling frequency was used. Each 1 minute recording is consisted of 3 EHG channels, EHG 1, channel 2 and channel 3. The figure clearly shows the placement of electrodes for the data acquisition. This figure clearly shows the raw term EHG plotted in the time domain and frequency domain, as well as the raw preterm EHG plotted in the time domain as well as the frequency domain. This was the raw signal. Then comes the pre-processing and segmentation. In pre-processing, we applied a technique which is called as empirical mode decomposition, EMD technique, and it decomposed our raw EHG waves into a number of intrinsic mode functions, that is IMFs. The first extracted IMF contains the highest frequency signatures from the signal, and the last extracted IMF has the slowest signatures. Residual component contains the trend of the signal. The figure clearly shows the term EHG and its IMFs after applying the EMD, and also the preterm EHG after applying EMD technique and its IMFs. Segmentation. In segmentation, we had to select the region of interest. We selected IMF1 as a region of interest, while remaining IMFs were ignored because of noise, and the noise was produced because of the motion artifacts and remaining artifacts. The figure clearly shows the segmented term EHG and the segmented preterm EHG plotted in the time domain as well as the frequency domain. Feature extraction. The features which were extracted in this case were median frequency, log energy, Shannon energy, and Lyapunov exponent. Classification. This research uses support vector machine, that is SVM, in order to classify between the distinct classes, that is in this case term and preterm. The SVM classifies the two classes by drawing a hyperplane that clearly tends to separate the two classes, margin as space between line which separates the two classes and the nearest data points. Results. The figure shows the comparison of different classification methods. The table below shows the accuracy, sensitivity, specificity, and error using different classification kernels of support vector machine, that is SVM. In this case, we obtain maximum accuracy in SVM FG, that is the fine Gaussian SVM, and obtained the accuracy of 95.52%, and a little bit of error was obtained as shown in the pie chart. The figure shows the confusion matrix that clearly shows the class-wise difference between the term and preterm by using the fine Gaussian SVM, and also the class-wise true positive rate of the term versus the preterm in the fine Gaussian SVM. The both confusion matrices are clearly displayed in the figure. Here are some references. Thank you.